Okay. I'm Alan Thornton. I'm a computer repair guy for 25, 27 years. I've been playing music since I was in primary school. And it turns out guitar wasn't well suited to me, but that was what was around at some point. So my friend Cindy Craven suggested one time, why don't you try playing a ukulele? And I just never turned back since then. So anyway, I play music, and I started writing music, and I started a group with my wife, which is just the two of us, and she plays bass and sings, and she started writing. And, that's been coming okay. I mean, we got to go to a ukulele festival in England this year, and we've been trying to help other songwriters, and it's been really gratifying. And we both work from home, so having something that we enjoy doing when there's not much happening is great, aside from just housing upkeep and work. So, we rehearse and have a good time and write songs together, develop them together. So a number of years ago, I had issues with substance abuse, only alcohol. Nothing else ever really attracted me, or I'd probably been in worse trouble, I suppose. But it became an issue, and so I just told Terry, I said, look, if I can't stop this, I'll start going to meetings. And this will be a great incentive, because I hate the idea of going to meetings more than almost anything I can tell you about, of any kind almost, except musical. So that's what I did, and it's been 20-odd years, and so we're not in that, we're not having to go to that meeting situation yet. So I don't take it for granted. But following that, we got some counseling from a social worker, mostly because of my issues. And of course, we did a couple stuff after a while, but we started off with me, and she said, man, you're depressed, and you need to see your physician about it and see what they think. And so I did, and there was agreement. And the first one didn't work. The first one doesn't always work. They started me on Prozac, and it helped a little, but it was really up and down, and there were good days and bad days. So they moved me to an SSRI, which is bupropion, a Wellbutrin clone, and or Wellbutrin of a type. And ever since then, I've honestly not had serious problems with depression. I will say once in a while, Terry will say, "Did you take your meds today?" Because they really do let me down if I don't take them in one day. So I'll just mention that. But if I have, I'll say, no, this is just one of those days when that didn't work. And all I think about that to make myself feel better about that is, if I hadn't had the medication, it might be X times worse that day. So, I plan on sticking with it. I've been taking this one medication at the lowest dose I can get in a sustained release format for pushing 20 years, somewhere in there. And the alcohol's not a problem anymore, and other things aren't as big a problem. So I'm a happy guy at 65, maybe missing a few things due to having an older brain than some other people, but I'm working on that. Studying and playing music with people helps me a lot, and exercise also. I've been running a lot, working with. The song, this one was originally called "Scrabbling on the Soil." I like the word scrabbling. It just sounds nice to me.
Is it a real word?
It's a real word. It's part of a real word. And so when somebody says scrabbling, I don't think about playing the board game necessarily, but rather scratching around. And somebody asked me that same question. I said, well, you've heard of a hard scrabble farm. It means it's a place with rocky soil and red clay, and it's not maybe some kaolin, what they used to call white dirt, and hard to work, and it's going to beat you up, but it's all you've got, sort of thing. So the idea of so I changed it to hard scrabbling on the soil. So maybe that would that's the title now, and then maybe that would make some people understand what it was about. But basically, it's a little bit about the work that you do in your life, and sometimes it's hard. It's a simple idea, really. So I sent this to Matt Hicks, the guy in England, and he sent me back this melody. Give it to you, okay? Another day above the ground, hard scrabbling on the soil. You stop and look back all around and check upon your toil. You hear a wet and rattling sound, a pot begins to boil, and you shove them groceries in a mound and eat them before they spoil. The ones you loved have left too soon, they're lost out on the ether. Satan never was a man, though it's time's the great deceiver. Well, lady, can I come home? There's a light I think I left on. We could cure all our ills as we dance to our song. In the end and at the end, in darkness crying for grace. Well, there's no more time to spend, there's just finish lines and space. Go grab the daylight till it pass by and work it like the land. Mules all bray and babies cry, some more than you can stand. And look and see what's going by that no one ever planned. Then drink until your well runs dry, 'cause you can't drink the sand. Lady, can I come home? There's a light I think I left on. We could cure all our ills if we dance to this song. And in the end and at the end, in darkness crying for grace, well, there's no more time to spend, there's just finish lines and space. Now time takes over in the end, and time will stake its claim. We choose the way to spend our time, there's no one else to blame. The goals we set and never met still lay outside this frame, like love we never found in life, like joy that never came. Lady, can I come home? There's a light I think I left on. It'll cure all our ills as we dance to our song. And in the end and at the end, in darkness crying for grace, well, there's no more time to spend, there's just finish lines and space. There you go.
Nice. Any parting words?
Anybody who's looking at this because they're having trouble, think about the positive road. And I want to say we're in good shape now. I was going to mention to Jason, I was thinking about Nick Drake, who some of you know. And he was one of the greatest guitar players and one of the greatest songwriters I can think of. And he was depressed. He wrote a song called Black Dog. You might want to listen to it at some point. But he died of an overdose of tricyclic antidepressants, and in those days that was all they had. So it's kind of like when electroconvulsive therapy was the only thing they had for depression. It was a bad choice, but it was what was on the table. And so this was before SSRIs, and they were iffy, and it was unsuccessful for him, and so he took more and more, and now he's gone. So we're in a good spot. People, I think, to answer your earlier question, I don't think there's as much stigma as there was. I mean, you think about the kinds of things that our parents and grandparents thought were shocking that we take for granted now, socially and otherwise. And so this is one of them. I mean, don't be afraid to ask for help. For God's sake, just tell somebody, man, you know what? Every day when I wake up, I feel like crap. And it gets worse if I have to start talking to people. If that's what's going on, I mean, there's government talk therapy available to most folks, and SSRIs are cheap as dirt now. And if that helps you, that's great. And if talk therapy is all you need, better yet. But don't let it don't let it take you down. Good luck.
Totally castles burning.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, dude.